Did you know that the moon is now moving away from us at a rate of 3.8 centimeters per year? That's probably not a lot of distance to the moon. But stretch out the entire timeline and the distance becomes astronomical. So what is causing the moon to move away from us every year? Today we're here to find out. In 1687, Newton proposed the law of gravitation. That is, any two particles have a mutual attraction through their central lines, and the same is true of the Earth and the Moon. They orbit each other and exert gravity on each other, and as they continue to struggle with each other, the Earth is pulled madly by the Moon's gravity. But because the Earth is an irregular sphere rather than a particle, each point is at a different distance from the Moon, so the Moon's gravity is uneven. The non-uniformity here refers to the so-called tidal forces. The Moon's tidal forces pull the Earth into an ellipsoid, creating tidal bulges on both sides facing and away from the Moon. Tides are the fluctuations of the surface of the Earth's oceans caused by the gravitational pull of the Moon. That is, we can see the high tide and low tide at the seashore every day. However, due to the lag phenomenon of tidal force, the rotation of the Earth will have a certain break effect over time. Therefore, the rotation of the Earth itself is slowing down every day, which leads to the extension of the time of about 23 microseconds. This will continue until the Moon has locked Earth's tides completely. In fact, billions of years ago, when the Earth was spinning much faster than it is today, a day lasted only about 6 hours. Today, as the Moon has moved further away, the day has extended to 24 hours. At this point, many of you may wonder if there is a connection between the Earth's slowing speed and the Moon's moving away from us. That's right, because the angular momentum of the Earth-Moon system is conserved. As the Earth's rotation slows down for longer, the lost angular momentum is transferred to the Moon, which causes the Moon's rotational angular momentum to gradually increase, so the Moon is further and further away from the Earth. According to scientists, the speed at which the Moon is moving away from us has varied a number of times throughout history, and any acceleration in speed would indicate a significant event, such as an ice age, fluctuation, or a meteor hitting the Moon. Over time, the distance between the Earth and the Moon has grown from more than 20,000 kilometers at the beginning to 385,000 kilometers today. That's right, years from now, people will look up and see a much smaller Moon than we see today. And even more amazing, in about 600 million years, when the Moon reaches a more distant location, the total solar eclipse, one of the oldest astronomical events on Earth, will have completely disappeared because the Moon will no longer be able to block the sun's light and cast its own shadow on Earth. According to scientists, in about 7 billion years, the Moon will be tidally locked to Earth and never far away again. By then, the average distance between the Earth and the Moon would be about 550,000 kilometers, like Pluto and its moon, Charon. The Earth and Moon will be tidally locked to each other, no longer increasing their distance, and one side of the Earth will always be facing the Moon. But low risk of this happening, because in about 6 billion years later, the Sun can cause core fuel depletion and evolve into a huge red giant star. When the Sun's surface is likely to be more than the Earth's orbit, will eventually all devour the Earth and the Moon. And all of human civilization will be completely erased, as had never appeared in the universe.